Welcome to December, the last month of my challenge. Hey Teachable Spirits, I'm Pam, and I give pep talks, not TED Talks, but pep talks. Today is day 70 of 100 days of posting, the last 100 days of 2024. It is December 1st, the day that this is coming out. Woo! Don't know how we ever got here, but this is the last month. It's just like the last 30 days of this 100 days. What a ride. But since it's a new month, I kind of wanted to wrap up November and look ahead to December, to the things that I'll be doing in December. Okay, so let's recap November a little bit. So in November, it was all about working ahead. And the reason that was super important for November was because I was taking a trip several states away to visit my parents for their 50th anniversary. And it was all of us siblings were getting together. And so there was a lot to do to get ready for that. Mission accomplished. That all went really, really well. And I'm so glad that we did that. And so now we're here on the other side of that. We also celebrated Thanksgiving, and that was good. And another thing that I was working on all throughout November was our local grocery store, Food Lion. Well, it's like regional, but that's, that's our closest grocery store, and where I shop there a lot. And they were having a special promotion where you had to spend a certain amount each week for a certain number of times. And well, it wasn't really just like for each week. That's how I did it. But a certain number of trips where you spend a certain amount of money and then you get a store credit. And so I did successfully do that. The other thing that continued on through November was Ladies Bible Study. And I have leadership of a small group, and that has gone very well. As of when this is coming out, we have our last meeting, and that is the meeting where my group is providing food. And so we are just like on the doorstep of that wrapping up. So that's been really good. As far as exercise goes, I did walk on the treadmill every single day, up through the day that we left to go on our trip. And we have actually been back for a couple days, and I have not resumed it. I'm hoping that tonight I'm going to get a chance to do that. But the really cool thing is that my husband has been joining me. He has been doing his exercise bike right next to my treadmill. So we actually do our little exercise at the same time. And most of the time we've got our earbuds in and we're looking at our phones, watching videos, whatever. Not really interacting, but we're just there together. And so that's been nice that I just say, hey, I'm ready to walk. He's like, okay. And he comes right on down and we do that together. So we're going to jump back into that and keep on going. So as far as December goes, like I said, we're going to jump back into the walking / bike riding, stationary bike riding. Of course, I'm going to be continuing with making one video each day, and at least I don't have to worry about working ahead like crazy. I probably will do some of that. Just because I don't want to have to be making one on Christmas Day, maybe not even on Christmas Eve. So I'll make ahead for some of the videos, and I do want to figure out what I want to do for my 100th. So I'm going to give some thought and planning to that. This has been a really different year with Thanksgiving being so late, where December 1st is actually the Sunday after Thanksgiving. We started to put up our tree the day after Thanksgiving. We ran into a snag with the lights on the tree. It is a pre-lit tree, but the lights were not all lighting. And so my husband was working on that. We thought we had them all fixed, and then a whole section of the tree went dark again. So we went tonight and got some lights to just add to the tree. And we're going to call it good and hope that nothing else goes out. So all that to say that we have not like finished decorating yet. Everything's just kind of strewn about the living room because we need to get the decorations on the tree and then get all those bins put away. Yeah, and I'm kind of starting to think through what I might want to do in the future. I'm kind of over the big tree, kind of even thinking about maybe doing 2 smaller trees instead. We do have a lot of ornaments, but that doesn't mean that we have to put them all up. So still thinking about that. I do need to do some decluttering as far as the Christmas things go. I do that every year. Like whatever I don't put out, I look at and think, well, if I didn't put it out, do I really want to hang on to it? So that's kind of a yearly process. I do have a couple of seminars coming up. They're back to back toward the middle of the month that I need to be preparing for now that we've got the trip past us, and the Thanksgiving holidays, that's wrapping up. So I need to prepare for that. I need to catch up on some requirements for that are part of that. So yeah, got some things to work on for that. We have our family Christmas activity coming up this month. We're going to go see a play. And so if you would like to know more about our family Christmas activities that we make a yearly tradition, I have a video about that. And of course, we are now smack into the holiday season. There's going to be lots of activities. There will be shopping and wrapping and giving and eating. So there are various things to plan for, to shop for, to cook for. So there's just a lot of those things. There are some, we'll call them home improvement projects, more like on the outside of our home that need some attention. I would like to at least get those scheduled before the end of the year. I have a number of audiobooks that are in progress that I would like to finish. I had set a goal of reading/listening to 50 books for this year. That's not going to happen, but we'll see how many I can actually get through. I keep on starting new ones and I need to just finish. I've also been listening to the Daily Audio Bible for this year. It's actually I think it's my second time through the whole year. I started kind of partway through a couple of years ago, and I've been listening ever since. I am a little bit behind right now, but I can get caught up. So I will finish that through the end of the year. There are a couple of non-Christmas celebrations that we will have this month. One is my son's birthday. He doesn't usually want much, doesn't want to do much celebrating, so we'll just take it whatever he would like to do is what we will do. We will also have some kind of New Year's celebration, probably. We don't go crazy or anything, but just kind of keeping that in mind of how we would like to celebrate. And then finally, I always like to do like a year-end wrap-up where I look at the whole year and take a look at what was accomplished that year in all things. Look at what goals I set in the beginning of the year and which of those goals did I meet, which were not really important. What were some goals that I came up with partway through the year that weren't even on my radar at the beginning of the year, that came up, such as leading the small group in Bible study, that was something that just came up. And so that was, something that was added, and it's been an added blessing. And I will also look and reassess what I would like to perhaps accomplish in the coming year. So I always kind of just look at this time, and I don't want to wait until the very end of the month. I'm already thinking about it, thinking about what might I like to choose for next year. What are some things I would like to accomplish? I'm also not going to go crazy trying to finish everything on my to-do list. I have given serious consideration to like scrapping the to-do list. Like whatever doesn't get done at the end of this year, well, I guess it wasn't important. Scrap it. That makes me a little bit nervous, but it's an interesting concept. So it would be kind of nice to just start fresh. So we'll see. But I'm not going to go crazy trying to get it all done before the end of the year. I have plenty to do this month. There is no reason to go crazy trying to get it all done. So I'm just not. And I want to enjoy the holidays. I love just like watching Christmas movies. I love just sitting in the room with the Christmas tree and some Christmas music going, or maybe even just sitting there with the tree. Maybe with some hot chocolate. I especially like to sit with my family, my husband or my kids and my cat. So there's a lot that has to happen this month, but I'm not going to go crazy. And then we'll kind of wrap it all up, just regroup for January. So I see planning and like reviewing as a habit. And there's lots of habits that I do. And when you do these habits time after time, then there are compound results. And so for each of these 100 days, I have been offering for you to join me in practicing 3 habits. And so today we're going to do that once again. I am going to breathe and drink water and express gratitude. And so let's actually start with expressing gratitude. I am going to say today that, and this is going to sound silly, but I just got back from date night at our favorite place to go for pizza. They have the yummiest pizza. So we had a grilled chicken pizza. It was so good. And we have leftovers. So anyway, so I am thankful for pizza. And so now we're going to breathe 3 times. We're going to breathe in 4 counts, hold 4, out 4, hold 4. Here we go. Okay. All right, so now if you don't have any water, I want you to go get some and join me. So pause the video if you need to, and let's drink some water. almost there. I've never needed 2 breaks. There we go. All right. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.